All right.
Hello, world.
Okay.
We just saw the greatest comedy. This was a magnificent comedy.
I still can't stop laughing. Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay. I thought half of this was awful. The second half was the most astonishing piece of cinema I've seen in a long time. We just got out of Into the Storm. Brian's with me. Very, very last minute. Grant was usually supposed to originally come in this, but he had to work on some other stuff. So like, text Brian, he's like, "Hey, you doing anything tonight?" It's like, "Sure, fuck it, come see this terrible movie." And here we are, and this is the most unexpected blessing I've received in a while. Okay, so if you haven't seen the trailers, Into the Storm is basically like Twister 2, or yeah, Twister 2, except the tornado in this one doesn't roar. That's like the one thing, basically. Although we do get the super mega ultimate tornado at the very end.
Oh yeah,
which is great.
Yeah.
Oh god, where do you even start on this one? Okay, so it's a found footage movie for starters, which I couldn't even tell like the first 20 minutes. It seemed like I kept jumping back and forth between like regular camera shots and found footage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or like cameras seemingly popping right out of nowhere behind people, even though you like cut back to the other camera, there's nobody there. So.
Yeah. It's like a half found footage. It's like really weird.
This is a really stupid movie.
It is ridiculous.
Okay, I don't know anything about tornadoes, but from what I can tell, neither do they.
Very true. No physics.
No physics,
applied.
no logic, no plot.
No.
Like, okay, let me lay down the groundwork for this particular... God damn, this movie. Okay, so it starts off with this kid... It's this kid named Donnie who had the really fucking awkward kid.
He's extremely awkward. He's basically the main character. He is
kind of, even though he's not really in the movie that much. I mean,
it's hard to say that he's the main character. It's true, but I mean, it starts off like it's centered around him, and then later on he gets lost with this girl he's really into. So I guess there's several main characters, maybe him and his father.
His father's kind of the main character, and his brother Trey, who just right off the bat just comes off as a gigantic douchebag.
Yeah. Who looks half Hawaiian.
He does kind of look half Hawaiian, so I wonder if he was adopted or like his brother. He doesn't look anything like his other two family members.
No. The mom, of course, is missing. It's one of those ones. The mom's missing.
So if there was some musical in there, it should probably be a Disney movie.
Oh my god.
I would love a Disney movie with tornadoes in there randomly.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Just see what they do with it.
There'd be a song in the background.
Oh, of course. It'd be like Wizard of Oz 3 or 4. I don't know how many Wizard of Oz movies there are. But God, okay, so he's he's a video guy, and you can tell because in his room he has a frickin' time
Trey.
This
is Trey, yeah.
No, Trey and Donnie, like, are both video people. Donnie's the more professional of the two.
All right, true,
but he doesn't get along with his dad, and like,
there's that sob story. Oh, Dad, you don't listen to me.
Yeah,
which is just hilarious.
Like,
how many times?
Right off the bat, we're thrown out of this shit. And like, I literally I was like, oh my god, I really had to put up with this shit. And then I'll build up to the midway point because that's when it just that's when I just fucking lost it. I started laughing so hard. I had to I could not breathe in the air to make the sound of laughter. Towards the end, especially at that scene at the very, very end.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's such an amazing little moment. It's right up there with the lightning penis sword from Legend of Hercules. It is right up there. That's how bad the scene is.
Yeah. It's true. Some of the greatest comedies are not intended to be so.
That's why The Room is still popular. Oh god. But meanwhile, while this is all happening, like, Donnie decides to leave all the film stuff because he's supposed to film the graduation because her dad's like the vice president of the school. But it's graduation that day, and of course, like, hey, I'm gonna go film this thing with a woman I have a crush on. Why don't Trey, you take over this thing in this abandoned paper mill because God knows what can possibly go wrong over there. And of course, meanwhile, there's this bunch of storm chasers who are desperate, and they have that woman from Walking Dead. What was that character's name? Julie?
I forgot her name. It's the mother from The Walking Dead. The mother of
Carl.
Carl. The mother of Carl.
I should know this. I read the
Dead,
comics.
yeah.
It's gonna bug. I think it starts with a J.
It's not Julie, is it?
It might be Julie.
I forgot. It's been a while. Anyways, that particular actress is in it. She's in there.
Yeah, she's in it. She's like the only really, honestly, really the only talented woman in this movie.
Yeah.
All the other actors in this movie are just stale as hell.
Yes.
Like
yes.
no one's. If they're trying, they're not doing a very good job at it.
No.
And the movie just gets really weird in the first 30 minutes or so, because in most movies they kind of call each other by their names. That's how you know their names. This one doesn't bother with that. It literally just tells you what their name is and their job title on the corner of the screen.
Yep.
Like, this is Donnie. He's a teenager. He does video stuff. This is Pete. He drives the truck. He's the host of this weather tornado chaser series or whatever, and so on and so forth. And the more I think, this movie is really weird. The more I'm starting to think. It was
really, really weird movie.
Because you got
very awkward movie.
You got that. You got the rednecks in there that I don't even remember their names. They're basically they're trying to be YouTube redneck bastards.
Yeah, you have two storm chasing rednecks
who serve no purpose other than for comedy relief, and they never shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Other than that, they literally serve no purpose.
Nope. Just a bunch of retards.
And then just a bunch of random characters, in this video montage. It was it's supposed to be what do they call those stupid things that they think you bury and then you bury it back up several years later? And
oh yeah, a memorial.
The time capsule.
A time capsule, yeah.
That was it. And so Donnie's working on this time capsule thing, so he's interviewing random people. And I do mean random. I'm talking there's a part where there's one high school douchebag football player, and then it cuts from that to an old guy with his dog.
Yeah.
It's why would you interview him?
Yeah, he's
not gonna be alive in 25 years.
He's at least 70 already.
And the only reason they did that is so they can call back to those characters later in the movie.
Yeah, which they did.
Only reason,
too.
and they did. And I was you fucking didn't need that.
Yeah. So after the storm, okay, the storms, there are several, oh my god.
Okay, so basically we got a bunch of exposition. Donnie's off with hot high schooler chick, who I won't say beyond that because I don't want this another Vampire Academy incident to happen.
No.
I'll explain that later.
Okay.
Basically, I accidentally made a joke about about an underage girl in the Vampire Academy. I apologize again for that, by the way. And
oh my god.
My friend Wes has not let me live it down since. So
sounds about right.
Basically told me, you need to apologize. Every video you do, you need to start with an apology. So
screw that. Anyway,
oh
my god.
So then the storm hits.
The storm.
And then this movie becomes a lot of fun.
Yes. Yeah, and the storm chasers, they're so cheesy too. They're the typical, we haven't had a good storm in year. It's been a year. We're in this for the money, and of course,
we have to get in the eye of the storm. That's Pete's big goal. Yep. And you have his dumbass camera dude named Jacob, who I only remember because they really emphasize it later on.
Yep.
It's that one character in the movie that they kill off pretty much right away, and then everyone's just, but what about so-and-so? Why don't we cherish his memories? You knew him for 5 minutes.
Yep.
That's basically Jacob in this movie.
That's Jacob.
Even then, they forget about him pretty quickly.
Yeah. He was
Spoiler, obviously, but you're not gonna go see this, so who cares?
No, you're not. Unless you want a good laugh, you will see this.
Even then, if you're realizing with a good laugh, it's not gonna matter what we say. You're gonna see this no matter what.
Yeah.
But, oh god.
So Jacob was the worrier. He's part of the camera crew who was the worrier. He's I don't know if I want to do this after the first... And then, of course...
You signed up for this.
Yeah. Of course he dies. Thank God.
Yeah, I know. It's... Oh, God. Okay. Let me build this magical moment of what happens towards the end of this movie. So... Surprisingly, they still go on with the graduation, even with the threat of storms coming their way. I think that'd be a good reason to cancel it, personally, but I don't know. Either way.
I think so, yeah.
Either way, this guy, he looks, oddly enough, a lot like Obama, starts giving this speech, and then out of nowhere, middle of it just starts pouring rain, which I guess, that was, the one theme I got from this movie, was God clearly just hated this fucking town for whatever reason. Yep. And he was, saying, dude, wrap up the speech. Come on, we gotta move.
Yep. Come on. Your lives on the line.
So the tornado hits, but turns out there's several tornadoes heading their way, and turns out Donnie gets trapped in with his wannabe girlfriend in the paper mill and calls his dad, or like dad calls him, is like, hey, we're trapped here, come get us.
Yep.
And so they go off with and they run to the weather people, and then they go off together because reasons. And
yeah, because reasons. Very perfect.
I don't know, I kind of stopped paying attention at that point.
Oh my god, yeah. It doesn't take much, you know, much attention.
No, it's like, and then from there, they end up they're driving down. They see a few more tornadoes. There's one part where it just gets increasingly ludicrous.
Oh my god.
It just gets increasingly just dumber and dumber the more these twister scenarios happen, and that's when this movie becomes a godlike entity of stupid movie comedy.
Yes, exactly. Just hilarity.
And it's just because it's so meant to be taken seriously.
Oh,
they want so badly to be taken seriously.
Yep.
But it's so completely absurd, and it keeps getting more absurd.
Just when you thought the absurd
it can't get any dumber.
Yep.
They find a way to make it dumber, where I almost fell out of my chair laughing.
Yes. Yes.
Because what happens is driving down there, and it's like, oh, here's another tornado coming down. Boom. And it's like, oh, that's amazing. Oh, wait, there's another one right next to us. Boom.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wait, no, there's two behind us. Boom, boom.
They're driving down, and there's a horde of tornadoes. There's like an army of tornadoes. They just happen to be caught right in the middle. We can't go back. We can't go left or right. They're all just kind of circling us. And then you're just like, at this point, you're like, God must really hate these people.
I think he just wanted to Pete. That's what happens to me in the movie. I'll explain that in a bit, because that's like the best part ever in a movie. I don't know who thought this up. They must have been high on something. But thank you so much.
Pete, we'll just mention, Pete is he's like the main camera guy. He's the one who's like driving everybody to get the shots. He really wants that money shot.
He wants the money shot. He's the big jerk who's in it for the money and all that stuff. He's the guy who redeems himself at the very end.
Somehow.
We've seen it all before. And of course, he's driving around this tank of a car, and I'm astonished they didn't make one Mad Max joke. That's all I can think of. Like, that looks like a car from Mad Max. I don't know about you, but that's all I could think of. And then before we get to the big epic moment, though, I do gotta say, the one part that really made me groan was when they made the Walking Dead reference.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because there's a part where they run to the weather people run to the two rednecks who are still chasing the storm, whooping, hollering, drinking beer. No substance their characters want. They're literally just the drunken asshole rednecks. That's all their main purpose is.
Yep.
But there's a part where the girl walks up to me and goes, what are you guys doing? Get to a shelter. Get the hell out of here. And he goes, no way. This is like the zombie apocalypse. So you want to just like, oh.
Right. Yeah, just having to be.
You had to go there.
You did.
Oh, Jesus. All right. But anyway, then it got a lot better. Oh wait, before we got to that, we got the one part we started laughing a little bit.
Oh my!
It was shortly after that scene where a tornado comes in and starts sucking them up, and the girl gets caught up in the storm. She's hanging onto the truck for dear life.
Oh my god! Yeah,
and
the Walking Dead girl,
and the dad who happened to be nearby.
the dad, he is hilarious. I'll get to him after this scene. We speak about this.
All right, I'll give you a chance. I'm doing the most of the talking so far right now.
All right, no worries. Go ahead.
But the dad decides we can pull like Indiana Jones and just like, jumps onto the car and like uses the door like as a shield for himself as he like jumps on it and just holds on to the woman. But realistically, he'd be torn in half.
Yes,
like from here to split down the middle.
She would be gone. She's literally in midair and she's holding on to him for dear life. She would be freaking gone. And it's just one of those ridiculous movies where he's Superman in this moment, where he's literally fighting the tornado and somehow wins.
And that was just the start of just some of the most amazing bad comedy I've seen in so long.
Yeah.
I'm like in a really good mood right now. I was not expecting that when I got into this movie. Right. All right, but you say your spiel about the dad.
Oh my god, the dad. He was just hilarious because throughout the movie he's the hard ass dad. He's the kind of dad who's like, oh, I love my kids, but I can't show them empathy. Like I gotta be a strict hard ass kind of dad. So once his kid is gone and is missing, he turns into super dad mode. He's like,
dun dun dun.
exactly. He's like super serious, and it's super hilarious. Like when he's
Just straight
mad,
face, angry face the entire time.
Yep, he's completely angry, and he just acts like hilarious. He'll just sit there and kind of be like, oh, why couldn't I have done this?
There's actually a part where that's when I start busting up a little bit, is when they finally get towards Donnie, where they keep cutting back to the dad, and he's doing this random shit. Like, he literally just goes, fuck this fog in the windshield. I don't like
exactly. It's like, who's directing this? Who told the actor to do this? He's just kind of like, ugh, rats that can't do anything. Oh,
he literally kind of does that, though. There's only a part where he just goes, I know,
like, he like literally slaps his. He's just like, why is he acting this way? I mean, I know he's mad, but
I know it's
ridiculous.
getting supposed to be tense, but it just looks like an angry child. I got dragged to go see this movie.
Exactly.
I don't want to go see it to the store.
Exactly.
I was like, I don't want to be in this movie. I have such higher career aspects, you know.
Exactly.
Really, the girl who's playing the woman should have had to do it. The main other girls should have been doing that. It's like, I could be doing this much better movie. Why'd they kill me off in Walking Dead? I don't know. Spoiler if you haven't seen Walking Dead, by the way.
Whoops. Yep.
Who cares? You know by now anyway.
You know.
All right.
You know.
But anyway, back to this glorious moment.
Yes.
It is glorious. All right. So, in the same part where they get like the blue car that there's two cars. There's the tank, and then there's the other car that has all the equipment in there.
Yep.
And the other car gets flipped over. It's carrying the dad, random black person whose name I can't remember, and the girl whose also name I can't remember. The only one, aside from the teenager. The only other one, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
The only adult woman in this movie. Gets flipped over, and of course everyone gets out to try to help them up, but the tornado is coming right at them. Yep. And conveniently they're right by a church/car lot.
Yep.
Which is an odd combination to have.
Yes, it is.
Let us thank God today for these incredible savings.
Exactly.
I'm probably doing this wrong. I apologize, Catholics. Oh fuck! If they seen the Noah review, they probably already hate me anyway. But anyway. But then this happens. There's a giant open flame right by the church.
God. Yes.
And Jacob, after getting a big hearty speech of you have to get the perfect shot from asshole Pete.
Yeah.
He's getting way too close, and then the tornado just bursts into flames.
It is literally a flaming tornado.
It's a flaming tornado. If you've seen the trailer, you've seen this, but it's much more glorious on the actual movie.
Yes.
And it sucks up Jacob and the camera. And it just looks so fake. And it looks so bad.
Hilarious. It literally sucks him up from the ground, and he's clawing his way
to the ground.
This flaming tornado, mind you, and it just sucks him up, and he just spins all the way around to the top of this flaming tornado near a church, where I don't know if that's a pun. Is the flaming tornado angry at God?
The flaming tornado was angry?
Yeah.
At God. It's like, you know, God, I had one job. Suck shit up. And you have to light me on fire. What's up with that?
Flaming because he's gay. Flaming tornado, you know?
Alright.
It's a gay tornado. Flaming. That's
a joke you want to be careful of.
I suppose.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
No, I mean, obviously, no offense.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, you know, everybody can take a joke. Everybody.
We are talking about the PC age. Everyone gets offended about everything, right?
Who?
And so we are talking about the PC age, where everyone gets angry about everything these days.
Oh, yeah. Alright, post your comments, get angry. I'll like it. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's the views of Brian do not resemble the views of the rest of the people at MTCN. Just kidding.
Don't inform. Don't say these are my views. These are my views. It's a flaming tornado. Anyways, it's hilarious. Who cannot laugh at a flaming tornado?
Sorry, I didn't mean to get uncomfortable there.
I'm not.
This kind of shit happens all the time.
Awesome.
All right. So yeah, flaming tornado. It was fucking awesome.
Yes.
And it only got well, okay, there was a bit of a dull period there for a little bit, but then it made up for it with one of the single best stupid shots I've ever seen.
What's that?
The part where Pete sacrifices himself.
Thank you, Pete. This is the end. This is the finale. This is the climax where the huge tornado, and I mean huge, this tornado.
Like I said, it's the tornado beat all tornadoes. Is how they describe it.
Obese. It is literally an obese tornado. It is fat. It is a Godzilla tornado. It is
basically
pregnant.
Pregnant tornado.
Yes.
I've never heard it described.
No, I'm sure.
Just as angry too.
Yes, just as angry with all those crazy mood swings.
Actually, that does kind of describe the weather in this sense. So maybe it is.
Exactly.
I don't know, maybe,
yeah.
There you go. There's a theory for you.
It is huge. It is fat, and it just sucks up. Okay, so Pete.
So yeah, let's go a little backstory. So they all realize that a giant mega ultra tornado is coming. Oh, by the way, they saved Donnie. That's also worth noting. They saved Donnie.
They do save Donnie
after Pete decides, oh, I want to get the shot, but he leaves, but you know he's gonna come back because he wants to be the redemptive hero. We've seen it a million times.
Yes.
We saw it in Hercules a couple weeks ago. You know, it's the same old shit. But they miraculously save Donnie, who's surprisingly still, his camera still fucking works. Even though water has been like flooding into his little hole that he got himself stuck in. They probably could have found a way out.
Yeah.
And the part that made me kind of laugh was the fact that just they're wasting so much time. There's a part where they're literally like, my camera's like, my phone's wet. My phone's wet. I can't get a signal. It's like you could be spending time trying to figure out a way to get out of the fucking hole.
Yeah. So they're, by the way, they are stuck in a hole and water is pouring in, and obviously it's flooding up, and they're trying to get out, but they're stuck in. And of course they're trying to console each other. This is him, Donnie, and the girl that he has a crush on that he's trying to help make this video, and it just comes out hilarious because they are trying to save their lives. The water is coming up, and they're wondering why their phones aren't working. Why is my cell phone not working?
Maybe
it's literally drenched in water.
Wet as hell.
I don't understand why electronics don't work in water. I
don't understand how the camera still worked. That was what's bugging in my mind. That's why the camera's literally underwater and it's still recording.
Yep.
That's the problem with found footage movies. There's just so many times where they go, dude, fuck the camera, let's just go.
Yes, I think now is the time to save our lives and kind of leave the camera.
The funny part is they don't even try to address it. They just like, dude, like I want someone to go, dude, stop recording. We have more important things to worry about.
Yep.
Why do you still have that on? They never explained that.
No. I know, right? Yeah, I mean, it was ridiculous.
Oh, God. I guess you gotta admire the movie just does not give a shit.
Yeah. It takes balls to make a movie that shitty.
Especially after you get to, like, Flaming Tornado. We're entering, like, Sci-Fi Channel territory.
Yep.
And just level of stupidity.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they run back to the school. It turns out this class 5 tornado, the biggest tornado in history, is heading towards the school. It has all the kids in there. So they run back to the school. Everyone like, get the hell out, and they all get the hell out, except for like a small group of people who like get stuck as the giant tornado is now chasing them. This is like the most malevolent tornado I've ever seen.
It is out for vengeance.
It is the tornado for Hercules. You know, the one that had the face and everything like that?
Yep. This tornado wasn't fucking around.
No, it wanted these people dead. It was like it was like Al Pacino tornadoes.
Yeah.
Like, I want his wife dead. I want his children dead.
Exactly.
I want the whole town dead. And that was like this tornado.
Yep.
I'm having a lot of fun with this, obviously.
Yes.
But so they realized, oh crap, we have to go back now. And it's like, as soon as that thing hit, it's like, I was like, you're not seriously gonna go down this road. I kind of knew where he was going. Where it's like, and soon enough, he goes, we have to go back. And I'm like, you are. Oh my God.
Go back, really?
This is gonna be amazing. So they end up in a storm drain or whatever the fuck it is, by a construction site. And, but turns out, like, they come through a manhole. There's one hole that's exposed that has a railing on it, so they think that's somehow going to make them safe. But no, the railing comes loose. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Here comes Pete, ready to make the heroic sacrifice.
Yep.
So he jumps in his tank and he uses it to block the exposed area and plants the truck down. And then we get this scene.
We get this beautiful scene.
It is. When this scene happened, I don't know about you, but I just snapped.
No, I did. I
tried so hard not to make loud noises because it got really quiet.
Care. It got really quiet, and I did not care.
I was there like going.
I was going, this is gold.
And this is just an amazing scene. We're really building this up.
Yes.
What happens is the tornado starts, and by the way, tornado really takes its fucking time.
Yes, it does.
It rolls in there.
Yep.
And it starts, the truck is going boom, 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 boom. And by the way, before this happened, one gigantic ass fucking truck just crashes on the other side.
Yep.
But perfect aim, too. Like I said, this tornado is just really benevolent, whatever the right word is. But I don't know. Look up a dictionary.
Malevolent is evil, crash kill. Benevolent is nice. So.
Well, it turns benevolent.
It turns benevolent.
So it's kind of both. So there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Webster.
There you go.
So it's all going boom, 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 and there's a pause.
Yeah.
And the whole point is, like, before this moment, Pete saying is like, I want to see the eye of a storm. He has this, what he calls the turret, which is like, it's kind of awesome. Where it's like, it's kind of like a moonroof on the car that you can kind of duck your head into, you can turn it around, kind of see everything around. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, the turret of his tank there.
Of his tank.
Which is called Titus.
Yeah, and so Pete gets out of the driver's seat and goes in the turret, he straps himself in, and he goes, is it over? They all yell, is it over? And he goes, no. We're in the eye. And he says it like as dramatically as he can. And that alone got a chuckle out of me. What it really did it for me is when the second half comes in and the truck just goes flying into it. Oh, look, he's coming back to Pete. And Pete is right smack dab, just flying around in this tunnel, just going. And he's just making like mildly awkward faces like, oh, this is a minor inconvenience.
Yeah.
This is rather unfortunate.
Yeah.
And he's going higher and higher and higher. And then we see this shot. Where the truck goes over the heavens.
The tank.
The tank goes over the heavens.
He's literally flying on the top of this tornado, and he's just there. And he's just there. Flying, suspended in midair. And he's kind of like, huh.
And you can see like the top of the clouds and the sun's shining. It looks like...
And God was truly there at the top.
Morgan Freeman was sitting there with a coffee cup going, you're still here? That's not my best Morgan Freeman. I want to get you, Pete. I've been after you this whole time. Now you're mine. He says right before he plummets back down, which he then finally gets a reaction.
Yep.
Like, and then he just fucking dies.
He's kind of like, back to reality. Oh shit, I'm actually in a tornado. I forgot.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that important detail, but just that 5 glorious like seconds or minutes, I don't know, it felt like minutes.
Yeah.
Of just him in the heavens.
It's
the most absurd,
like a minute where he was just suspended there.
And it's supposed to be a beautiful shot, and I could not stop laughing.
Really, yep. The rays of sunshine are just shining through, and oh my god.
Because it's supposed to be beautiful, but it's the most absurd thing I've seen in any disaster movie ever made.
Yes.
Like Sharknado has more substance than this particular scene.
Oh my god.
And that's the part where shark flies to someone, he chops them with a chainsaw midair.
Right.
This was dumber than that.
Wow.
And it's like, oh my god, this is gold.
Yes, it was ridiculous. So, if you like tornadoes and comedies, well, here you go.
If you like bad B movies.
Yeah, bad B movies.
That you like to watch, like sit down and watch with friends.
Yeah.
This is definitely worth a rental if you're one of those people like me who can just sit down and watch a bad movie and laugh your ass off.
Yeah.
If you're waiting out the boring bits at the beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
Because after that, the movie just didn't know when to wrap up, too. Like, even after they survived the ultra mega super tornado.
They're like, okay, let's go back to interviewing people for the time capsule. How do you feel after the disaster?
And I guess it's like when they attack on the world, it's like, well, we're still here. We're still together. God bless America. And then cut to credits. That's basically it. They even have the American flag flopping in the breeze there. It's like, oh, that's so fucking stupid.
Yeah. Even that part, the second part of the time capsule after the tornado, that was really cheesy and bad. They interviewed this one kid prior to the tornado who's kind of who's
the douchebag
football
kid, player.
Football. He says, what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be begging the hottest cheerleader, you know, after I become part of the 49ers or whatever team you want to become part of.
Pick a team.
Yeah, pick a team. Anyways, so this guy's mindset totally changes at the end when they interview him. Part 2 for the time capsule. Oh, in 25 years, it doesn't really matter. All that really matters is if you live each day like it's your last.
I think this is why we're laughing. It's like, this is basically you just start rolling out the cliches like they're fucking trading cards.
Exactly.
There was one other scene where I was literally just like, what? There's a part where I guess the Donnie and his wannabe girlfriend are about to drown in this hole that they're stuck in, and she's recording it on the camera for the last time, which is remarkably still working. And she's like making a goodbye note to her parents. Okay, fine, that could be a good scene if you do it right. But then she says this phrase like, I'm with this guy named Donnie, and he seems really nice, so
He seems...
I guess that makes it okay. He's like, no. I think you have more important to say, like, well, I'm about to die, but I met a cute guy, so, I guess that's why all this happened. Attractive woman actually went for a nice guy, so...
Well, yeah, I mean, wow.
Maybe that's the moral of this story. It's like hell froze over. Boom, yep. Tornadoes over. But no, I was like, really? You have one last thing to say to your parents, and that's where you're gonna end off on?
Yep.
I met a nice guy. Bye, forever. Thanks.
Yeah.
And even Donnie had more to say than that, even though, again, he was just rolling out cliches.
He was just rolling out cliches right before his
like,
assumed death.
I'm sorry we fought, Dad. Take care of Trey.
Trey will tell you. He'll tell you that it was all his fault that I'm down here.
Don't listen to him.
It's my fault I'm down here. Oh my God.
I won't give the guy credit. He was giving it his best shot. But it's the fact that he was just so... What he was saying was still so stupid. Yeah.
His best shot, really? Oh my God, he was a horrible... I'm sorry.
Oh no, they were all horrible actors.
Yeah, he was extremely horrible. No, he was horrible.
Trey was worse. I thought Trey was really fucking annoying.
Trey, yeah.
Because he's one of those, it's like one of those people that's just trying way too hard to be like the quirky guy, but really comes off as faking it.
Yeah.
Which I guess you could actually kind of chalk up to a high school cliche if you really wanted to make that defense, but really, like, no. Just really dumb.
Yeah.
These people are really dumb.
Yeah.
This movie's really dumb, but I kind of loved it.
Yeah, it's true. So
So yeah, that was basically the movie.
That's the movie in a nutshell. It's
like if you're looking for like a genuine good movie, you're not gonna find it here. No. I think that's pretty safe to say.
No, yeah, you'll either love it or hate it, depending if you like those B movies.
This movie is hysterical. I guess then, like, once you get past like the whole necessary exposition crap, this movie turns into a gold mine of just terrible humor. I might, when this comes out on DVD, I might do an official review on this. Like,
yeah.
Like, I would actually. This is one that is a gold mine of comedy.
Yeah.
And yeah, once you get the flaming tornado, the rest you're just good.
Oh my God, yeah.
You're just good after that.
Yeah.
So if you can make it to that, you will have a blast. If you're like me, you like terrible movies for fun.
Yep.
Fuck, man. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can really say about it, because like...
Yeah, let's see.
I think we basically covered everything. Unless you can think of another bad moment that was just really funny.
The knife. I mean, the knife.
Oh yeah, the knife! I forgot about the knife!
The knife. Where,
like,
I don't remember. How did he use it the first time?
It's when they found Old Man Winter and his dog.
Oh my God. Yes, that is what we need to... That old man. That scene where the old man he's in it, they find him in his car. This is after the tornadoes have passed and they've torn up everything. The old man is in his car. His car is on the nose, pretty much suspended there on the nose, totaled. Yet this old fat guy is perfectly fine. They open the door to this car that is just totally screwed up, and this lucky old man who probably has 3 more years left, somehow God blessed him with this miracle to save his life, and it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
oh my God.
That was just the beginning of just how increasingly stupid this got. And it's like, that's a funny thing, like, it's because, like, it kept topping itself in its own ridiculous nature. Like, it kept, like, I bet...
Right when you thought...
Like, we thought it can't get any dumber. Then we have a man flying to heaven in a tank.
In a tank.
I haven't seen that since A-Team. So, like, And even that knew it was stupid. This, like, it must be poetic and, like, beautiful and all that.
Yeah.
And all I could think of was like, wow, that's the dumbest thing I've seen all year. Right, again, that's right up there with Penis Sword. It's right up there. Oh, God. So, yeah, final recommendation. If you like bad B movies, go see this. Like, no, not in theaters. Don't pay full price. That's no. But, like, this is something to just sit down with sit with a few friends, have a few beers, make a drinking game of how increasingly stupid it gets, and just have a ball.
Yep.
So, and unfortunately, we missed trailers because somebody had to get a second hot dog. So.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. One hot dog can't fill me up, you know?
Well, that's why you eat before you came. See, I had In-N-Out Burger. I was good before I got here.
Yeah?
By the way, for those who don't live in California,
suckers. You're missing out.
In-N-Out Burger's great.
In-N-Out, yeah.
But yeah, so if you watch this review, you probably have a good idea whether or not you'll like this movie. So take this as you will. So, any final thoughts there, Ryan?
Nope. Just, you know, enjoy it if you like that kind of thing. If not, then sayonara.
Yep, basically. So, on that note, we will be back tomorrow with the one I'm sure people have been waiting for, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is getting panned right now. Like, if you compare this to this movie to that movie on Rotten Tomato, they're only off by 1% of each other.
Really?
This one actually has the higher rating on Rotten Tomato.
No way.
At 21%, like Team Insuro's at 20.
Oh, I'm surprised. Yeah. I mean, just looking at the trailers, I would think TMNT would do better.
Yeah, but it's also a Michael Bay movie, so, well, it's not technically directed by Michael Bay, but, you know, it has this stench all over it. I don't know, I'm kind of going into that one thing knowing that it's going to be bad, so I don't think I'll hate it quite as much. Surprisingly, a lot of people volunteer for this one, so.
Okay, yeah.
So, you're going to be there for that one tomorrow?
I'm not sure. I'm going to be working a lot all day.
Okay.
What time are you?
We're going to be checking out 7:30 at Camera 12 in San Jose.
In San Jose. I'll try to be there.
All right, if you can.
I'll let you know, yeah.
Yeah, if you can. Wait, is it 7:30? No, 7:10. 7:10.
7:10, okay.
Yeah. So, you're welcome to join us if you want.
All right, absolutely. I would love to be there if I can, yeah.
You love the audience. I will see you tomorrow. And then next week... Oh, Expendables 3.
You gonna see that one?
Of course you're gonna see Expendables 3. I thought Expendables 2 was great. I love Expendables 2.
I didn't see
This one has Mel Gibson. Are you kidding? Of course I'm gonna be there. As the villain. If this isn't terribly awesome, I don't know what's gonna be. Flaming tornadoes. That's gonna be awesome. All right.
Yep.
I think we're done here. So thank you guys for watching. See y'all later.
Later.